All right, hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because in today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about some awesome returning high yielding dividend stocks. Now, the stocks that we're going to be looking at over the past month are going to be these three up top right here, MAXI, CONY, and MLPR, but please do stick around because what I want to show you here is how even with 8, 50 and 10% dividend yields, you could still potentially earn great capital appreciation on your money. Now, one thing we're going to do in this video, I do not own $450,000 worth of stock. This is a paper trading account I created about 3 months ago just to kind of see how some higher yielding stocks like QQQY, Clip, TLTW, and a whole bunch of others would perform over the long term. So this is how I'm tracking them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the best performing ones over the past month, and we are going to dive right into them. Maybe you can put them on your watch list if you'd like, but I'm going to tell you all about them and how they've performed over the past month. So if that sounds good, please do remember to smash that subscriber button. And I mean smash because 3,505 people have done it so far. And I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed. Another major milestone surpassed 3,500 subscribers, plus those extra 5. I can't forget about you guys. So I want to say thank you to everyone who's done that. Now, getting into this video, what are our top 3 stocks? I mentioned MAXI, CONY, and MLPR. These are our top yielding our best returning high yield dividend stocks. Now, I understand MAXI coming in with a dividend yield about 8%. Not necessarily the most highest yielding stock, but would you take an 8% dividend with about 40% capital appreciation? Would you take a 50% dividend with about 23% capital appreciation, even a 10% dividend with a monthly 8% capital appreciation? That's what we're talking about in this video. So not only are you getting awesome dividends, but you're also getting some potential capital appreciation. And there really is capital appreciation for all of these dividend stocks if you do buy at the right time. Now, getting into our first one, MAXI. MAXI is the simplified Bitcoin strategy plus income ETF. It basically fluctuates, its price point fluctuates with the price point of Bitcoin. Whatever Bitcoin does is what MAXI is going to do. And MAXI, I'm pretty sure they write, I'm not sure if they do cover calls or if they do options on Bitcoin. I know I'm not sure if they're directly invested in Bitcoin in any kind of way, but I do know that they collect premiums off of Bitcoin, whether it be through contracts. And over the past little while, Bitcoin has done very well, which has led to a pretty insane increase in MAXI stock price. Now, looking here, we could see that about a year ago, it was actually sitting about $10. So it's up over 100% over the year. And they do pay about 15 cents per month. So you're talking about an $8 to $10 dividend. But if you were to have bought MAXI all the way back in December last year, you would actually probably be receiving closer to a 20% dividend. And that is the really cool thing about dividends. We all have different dividend yields, although we are all buying the same stocks, because it depends on what kind of average price you get for your stocks. So as you can see here, MAXI's had a great run up. That could potentially be one to add to your calendar if you do think Bitcoin is going to continue to appreciate in the future. Now it says here, the simplified Bitcoin strategy plus income ETF seeks capital gains and income by providing investors with exposure to Bitcoin while simultaneously generating income by selling short-dated put or call spreads on most liquid global equity indices. Now, notice how it says seeks capital gains and income. Whereas, it could potentially be the Yieldmax funds. They're mainly for generating income. And secondly, capital gains. This one says capital gains and income in it, which I think is pretty cool too. And obviously, they definitely did deliver on that statement with it pretty much generally appreciating over the lifespan of that fund. Now, for the next fund, what is our next fund on the list? We have the 50% yielding CONY. This is a stock that's appreciated almost 20% over the past month. CONY, you guys are probably not... It's probably not a new fund to you guys. It's the Yieldmax Coin Option Income Strategy ETF, 50% dividend yield. It basically writes synthetic cover calls on Coinbase. And over the past month, you can see here, the returns have been pretty much straight up. They've been up like a ladder. And over the kind of total history of this chart, just going to the 6 month, because it's only been out for a little while, you could see here that it started about $20, trended down a bit. But since Coinbase has gone on a little run, so has CONY. And CONY has done very well over the past month, especially appreciating from about $19 all the way up to $25. That right there is probably even more than a 30% return. If you were to have bought it at 19, we could see my average share price was at roughly $21, $20.78. So definitely could be a lot better return on CONY. Comment down below if you guys did buy CONY and what your returns are actually for the stock. And you can see here, obviously the dividends here that they display on Yieldmax have been coming in pretty high. It's only announced 2 dividends so far, $1.20 and $1 and roughly 8 cents. So that is our second stock. Now going to our third, taking a sip of water right there, we have MLPR. MLPR is an interesting one. It is the ETRACS Quarterly Pay 1x Leverage Alerian MLP Index ETN. Now, the one thing to note about this fund is it is an ETN, an exchange traded note, which is generally a lot riskier and a lot different than an ETF. Now, about this ETN, the ETRACS Quarterly Pay 1x Leverage Alerian MLP Index ETN is designed to provide 1x leverage long exposure to the compounded quarterly performance of the Alerian MLP Index. I want to highlight this right here because, like me, you're probably saying, what is the Alerian MLP Index? Well, you guys know I came prepared and I brought that right up for you right here. So it says the Alerian MLP Index is the leading gauge of energy infrastructure master limited partnerships, MLPs. Basically what that is it's basically kind of like an ETF or a little index comprised of a bunch of energy sector stocks. Now, I do actually own Energy Transfer. It is one that has performed very well for me. And one that might be on your list is Enterprise Products Partners LP. So they're 2 well-known kind of companies in this little index. I'm not super up to date with most of these companies. I'm just kind of bringing that to your attention. If you do want to do some research on the ETRACS Quarterly 1x Leverage Alerian MLP Index ETN, a great, interesting stock to hold. I will not say a great stock, but an interesting stock to hold, definitely. With the last dividend coming out at 93 cents roughly, we could see that was paid in October. That was paid in October. I'm wondering if they will do a November dividend as well or a December dividend. I'm not sure yet if that was announced, but this could potentially be one that is on your list. As you can see here, for the max history of the stock, we're going back to June 2020. It's pretty much appreciated upwards, and it is an ETN, so I do obviously want to highlight the risks of that. You're not only relying on the underlying index, which is going to be the Alerian Index, but you're also relying on ETRACS, which is kind of like the supplier of the ETN, making sure if ETRACS fails, this ETN will fail. But for the most part, it looks like this ETN is doing pretty well, even over the past 6 months, trading from about $40 all the way up to about $52 here, while still paying potentially a dividend of about 93 cents. I'm not sure if they will be paying another dividend, but that is one to kind of look out for. So in this video, we kind of just highlighted 3 of my top monthly payers in this kind of like high yielding paper portfolio. We could do this again. We could also go over my losers. If you guys do want to do that in another video, you guys just let me know. So that was on MAXI, we got CONY, and we got MLP. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to drop a like and subscribe. We're up to 3,505 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you who made this milestone happen. And you know, I want to say thank you for enjoying the journey with me, obviously reviewing high yielding dividends funds. And I want to say you guys give back a lot in the comments. A lot of amazing stocks, a lot of amazing advice that I want to say thank you guys for, and just continue to do your thing and I will continue to do mine. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great Saturday. I hope you guys do take care or whatever day you're watching this on, and I will see you guys in the next one.